Hey, Influence here, and today I'm gonna go over the Cinepeer Weebill 3E, and this is a light gimbal. I'm gonna go over 100% of it. Like, we have the screen here. Now I've only used this with the ZV-E10 Mark II, and I think this is a great gimbal for that. If you're looking for a gimbal, and if you know how to use a gimbal, you know how to use a gimbal. But here I'm gonna teach you how to balance the gimbal.
Transformers, reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
So I'm gonna be balancing it with the ZV-E10 II. So my suggestion for a lot of people out there is to get one of these quick mounts. If you don't have the quick mount on there, you can see I have a quick mount onto the plate, so I can, because I use this camera on the go, I use this camera on a regular tripod, use this camera, you know, with the gimbal, so I can just slap it on there and it's already ready to go. So like I said, if you're trying to balance this, have the camera exactly how you're going to have it when it's on here. That's the only way you can balance it. And unfortunately, you do have to rebalance it every time you change a lens or move the screen or whatever. So I usually have the screen out and I have the lens on that I usually use. So let's slap this on here, which you would be putting, if you don't have a quick release, you would just be putting it on this plate right here. I don't know if you can see that. It's just that long plate that it comes with. So I'll slap this on here like this, make sure it connects. There we go. And now it's how it should be. What you want to do is balance this first. You're going to balance each, I know you can't see me, you're going to balance each arm or each gyro separately. This one, and this one here. So to start balancing this one first, and all of them have to be locked. It should already be locked maybe, but unlock this and hold it. So you see how the camera was falling forward? It's because this isn't balanced. So when you balance this, it shouldn't move. It should stay right there. So what you're gonna do is, to balance this, you're gonna move this one right here, unlock. So now this slides. Be very careful as usual because it can slide right out. Well, there is a mechanism that keeps it where you gotta push the button for it to come out, so that's good, but you never know, you might drop it. But really, you just balance this as best as possible until you get it so it doesn't fall forward or back, which is what balancing is. And if you can see, no hands. And it's really, you know, your discretion, because it might be leaning forward or back. But once you get that like that, oh, see, it's leaning forward. I don't know what happened. So let's do it again. Put it back a little bit. And you might have to do that. Now it's going back. So the micro movements is very small. It could be like 1/10 of a millimeter where you got it. So now it's still a little heavy, but it's balanced pretty well. You can go back and fine tune it after you get done. So the next balancing is this right here. So there's a lock right here. You want to unlock that again, hold it so it's not rolling all over the place. And you can see it should stay wherever you put it. It's pretty balanced, to tell you the truth. But now that is this right here. I don't know if you can see that. Is this lever. Push that lever, then you can slide this back and forth. You don't want it that close, because you don't want it touching the gyro on the side here. You don't want it touching that, but you just want to get it where this is pretty balanced. good right there. Then you want to lock this back. So now they're both locked. Now you want to balance this right here. So what you do with that, I'm gonna show it this way. Unlock it here, or unlock it, the actual. Hold it so it don't go anywhere. And then what you're gonna do is try to hold it straight as possible, and then you tilt it. If it moves like that, it's not balanced. So right here, you unlock this one, and then you can kind of move it in and out, and then lock it a little bit, and then test it. Too much. Way too much. And this one's a little harder and a little less fine tuning. You can get it to your liking. It's probably not going to be exact. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So now that you feel like you have everything balanced, now unlock all of them. Unlock all of them, and it should be pretty balanced. Oh, okay. It's not. So let's get this again. So it's not terrible. So now you want to push the power button. Power button's here, right here. Hold that down. Screen should come on. Let me look. Now what you do is hit menu and motor. It's this slider right here moves the cursor up and down, but you hit motor and you can push that button in. It's a button, and then you hit auto, and there's auto tune. And now you're going to push it again to make it auto tune, and you see it, it's calibrating. That's really it's balancing it automatically. So that's an important step, because then the motors know exactly how much strength it needs to keep everything straight. I think it's done. Is it done? Has a check mark. And there you go. So now you have the gimbal balanced. And then you can do, you do gimbal things with the joystick. You move up and down. You got the trigger out here, and you can double click it 3 times. You got selfie mode. Then you double click, it'll go back to double click it 3 more times, it'll go back to regular mode. And then if you move it with the joystick, just a little extra, move it with the joystick, and then you want it to go back, you just hit the trigger twice, and then it goes back to where it was. So yeah, just a little bit about this gimbal. Not much. I'm not going through all of it, but I think it's a great gimbal, especially for the price. This is really nice. You can unscrew this, and then you got the tripod piece, but then it makes it smaller, and you don't have to worry about that big piece. Or you can leave it on in order to have some extra grip. It's very robust. Like, it feels not cheap at all. Also comes with this case. It's just a foam case, so it can break easily, but it is something. I wish they would have put a handle on here. It would have been nice, but they have a place for everything. Actual gimbal, all the extras, that you can take this apart just to compact it if you want. It feels robust. I did drop it and nothing was wrong with it. You know, I scraped up the joystick a little bit, but that's it. Luckily there wasn't no camera on there. That's probably why I dropped it, because I wasn't being careful. I just knocked it off the table. But yeah, you can hook the camera up to it through Bluetooth, so you can shoot. It also has a cord, USB-C cord that you can hook up if you want it wired to the camera. Then you can do a bunch of other stuff, but I don't use it for that. I just need the gimbal. I need the normal record, maybe record button if I need to, and call it a day. So thanks for watching. Peace.
You know, life ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.